Hello, this is Nina from Stuttering Therapy Resources. It's our Back to School Tips for Working with Teachers edition. We know that all around the country right now, speech-language pathologists are getting ready with their caseloads, finishing up those transfer IEP meetings, and getting kids settled into their schedules. You may be wondering, what am I going to do with my children who stutter on my caseload this year? Well, we're going to start off the school year right by talking about how to collaborate with teachers in a way that supports children who stutter throughout the year in both classroom and social situations. In our first tip, we want to highlight the fact that we can't assume that our highly professional, educated colleagues, teachers, know facts about stuttering. Many teachers may not have had any child who stutters in their classroom in the past. And for those who have, they may have gotten erroneous or not factual information. So we want to make certain that we discover what each teacher of one of our students who stutters knows about stuttering and what they don't know, so that we can provide them the gaps in their knowledge and we can update them with more current knowledge about stuttering. When I'm checking in with a teacher about what they know or don't know about stuttering, or what they expect or don't expect from stuttering therapy, I tend to use a short interview or a checklist or even a questionnaire. This allows me to give them time to reflect on what they think they know about stuttering. It also gives me the impression or their perceptions about stuttering and children who stutter. I really think it's valuable to have those few minutes to get to know their comfort level about working with a child who stutters in their classroom. Our second tip highlights a very important point. I've always found that the work that I have to do up front at the beginning of the year with a new teacher for a child who stutters really comes back to me tenfold throughout the year. I don't have a lot of time to sit in the classrooms and do long observations about how this child is communicating, whether they're using their speech tools, whether they're participating in class. I really need that teacher to be my eyes and ears throughout the year. So the information that I bring to them during the first part of the year, and that information that I also have the student bring to them throughout the year, really helps me do my job in a more effective and efficient way. I also know that teachers who know something about stuttering and who understand what stuttering therapy is all about can help me look for things that I might not always get to see, such as bullying and teasing, or the child withdrawing from communication. This is important to my therapy with the child, so I need the teacher to be on board with me and with this child's therapy process. You may be wondering why we titled our third tip, Educate and Educate. No, it's not a typo, because what we're trying to bring to light is that we must help teachers understand both the disorder of stuttering itself and the process of stuttering therapy. Again, we can't assume that they have factual knowledge. So as in tip number 1, we want to educate them on the disorder of stuttering and help them understand that stuttering is not just what they see on the observable speech behaviors that a child may exhibit in the classroom, but stuttering is so much more than that. And we want teachers to help us look for any kind of negative impact that stuttering may be having on that child's life. By educating teachers about the entirety of a stuttering disorder, we help them lean away from giving quick fix advice that many people do with kids who stutter. I'm sure you've heard people in the past tell a child to slow down or take a deep breath or just think about what you're going to say. These are those pieces of advice that seem like they're helpful in the short moment, in the short term, but are not helpful in the long run. So if a teacher understands stuttering and the entirety of stuttering and the impact it can have on a child's life, they will be more readily able to stay away from quick fix advice and just listen to what the child is saying and not how they're saying it. Teachers must also understand the process of therapy, and just outlining the IEP goals in an IEP meeting is not enough. So many teachers are not aware of what these goals actually mean. We want them to understand what is the goal that we're trying to make overall, and what does that look like for this particular child in their classroom. We know that to help teachers understand the process of stuttering therapy, that ongoing collaboration and education is key. Our next tip is to help teachers make a plan on how to handle classroom speaking situations for children who stutter. So many teachers come to me because they're confused about how to handle these situations. Many times they make assumptions that if a child is stuttering, they probably shouldn't call on them or include them in a lot of classroom group presentations or discussions. Of course, we in therapy know that that can't be farther from the truth. We want to help support a child to acclimate to the classroom and be involved in that curriculum at the level that they would even if they didn't stutter. So we want to support them in becoming effective communicators and comfortable communicators in their classroom and social situations. And finally, realize that we don't have to do this alone. Let's include students in their own ways of educating educators. So many times I've found that my colleagues love to hear from me about stuttering or stuttering therapy, or about what a child needs or doesn't need in a classroom situation. But somehow, when the child is the one who relays this information, the words are much more powerful and the message is much more deep. So, as a child is ready, let's make certain to have varied ways for them to help educate all the school personnel. And that includes their specials teachers, and the playground supervisor, and the cafeteria ladies. These are all people who can be part of that child's support system if they know about stuttering. Of course, there are many ways for a child to educate those around them. We are including a handout, a free handout for you on our website at www.stutteringtherapyresources.com. Just click on the Extras tab in the upper right-hand portion of the page. This handout is going to be an outline of what we and many of our colleagues have termed teacher letters. This is a way in which students can give the information to their teachers if they're not quite ready to walk up to their individual teachers and tell them all about stuttering. Some ways that we've done in the past include emails or charts and graphs or even pictures that young children draw for their teachers about what they need from their teachers in the classroom and what they don't want their teachers to do. So there's a great outline in that free handout. Please feel free to give us feedback on the handout or other resources that you find on our Extras page. If you have any questions about the information that I've presented today, or if you want to find out more information about our other resources in our catalog, which include a practical guide for school-age stuttering therapy and other practical information on minimizing bullying and teasing for students who stutter, please feel free to contact me at Nina, N-I-N-A, at stutteringtherapyresources.com. You can also find us all over social media, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. We do appreciate your feedback and would love to know if there's anything that we can help you with in the future. We are dedicated to helping professionals work more efficiently and effectively with students who stutter. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you again soon.